London. I'm afraid that's not going to happen. You're here to help us with some important work.
Important work? Killing thousands of...
Exactly. To save the world. You do know Londoners have died before, hmm? The Plague, the Great Fire, the Blitz. It's not much fun. But destruction is always the cure. And it begins today. Zero Day. It's time for a hard reset.
Oh my God.
Explosions devastated 3 sites in London. Authorities are asking residents to remain in their homes as the situation continues to develop. We have received no official casualty total, but it is expected.
Mourners gathered for a series of candlelight vigils that brought closure to thousands of families and indeed to an entire city. London is now laser-focused.
Today at 10 Downing Street, where Nigel Cass, CEO of private military company Albion, received a mandate to secure London. Cass has vowed to hunt down DedSec, the terrorist group responsible for Albion used cutting-edge artificial intelligence systems and autonomous drones to capture the remaining members of DedSec. A stark warning to would-be insurgents.
Corporations are posting record profits due to increased efficiencies in production and distribution, enabled by the use of technologies initially developed and approved for security purposes.
Overdue cleanup as crime numbers take a dive. Illegal gambling, drug trafficking and prostitution all down following prosecutions of the leaders of 4 of London's 5 largest criminal syndicates. The streets of Camden and Brixton.
Londoners, as Albion's mandate is extended indefinitely by the government, life finally begins to return to normal. Curfews and travel restrictions have been lifted in all boroughs thanks to the
outlets, reports of rioting in Trafalgar Square have been greatly exaggerated, possibly by foreign meddlers pushing a false narrative through social media. Albion is in complete control of a few...
To reprimand the public about the circulation of fake news, conspiracy theories persisting in dark corners of the internet that terrorist group DedSec were framed for the bombings have been roundly rejected. Our own reporters could not find a single Londoner willing to expound those theories on camera. The facts simply do not support any other story.
I need to assemble a team, but I can't reboot DedSec alone. Let me break into London CTOS and see who's available.
I'm Claire Waters, and we've been discussing the hacktivist, now alleged terrorist group, DedSec, on this week's Buccaneer Radio. I have Colin calling in. Colin, what's your take?
Now, I've been saying from the start we should have rounded up DedSec and thrown them in jail. Now, I'll say they should all be lined up and shot.
You don't find it awfully convenient that they've been fingered as the attackers, but we've seen no proof?
Look at Tone! Look at our city! What more proof do you need?
Well, Colin, I'd say you have to look at their history of non-violent action. Albion's put more civilians in the hospital in the past few months than DedSec ever has. I smell a scapegoat. Now I have Emily calling in. Emily, what's your take?
You're absolutely right, Claire. The government's just framing DedSec because they want to make it seem like they have this under control. They probably have no clue who was behind the bombings. But that doesn't look good on the news, does it? DedSec's been a thorn in their side. Who better to pin it on?
Angie, you next. What do you make of all this?
I think, if anything, DedSec showed their true colors. It's terrifying to think we harbored such a dangerous element for years. Terrorists in our own backyard.
Do you find DedSec more frightening than the different gangs in London, like Clan Kelly?
Clan Kelly might set your shop on fire and maybe they'd kill you, but even they wouldn't try to blow up all of Parliament.
Next, I have Crypto King. Do you feel safer using a pseudonym?
Everyone should. Why make it easier for them to track you? And now we've seen what they're capable of and how far they're willing to go.
Hold on. Do you mean the government? Are you suggesting the government was responsible for the bombings?
Oh, trust me, Claire. They didn't do it alone. They're all in on it. The government, Albion, SIRS, Bloom, Sky Bloody Larson, and all the way up to Downing Street. They want to keep us scared. Harness us with mind control.
Shit. Situation is worse than I thought. But there's a candidate. Looks like you're DedSec's best hope. Glad to see you're alive. If you're still committed to the cause, DedSec needs you. I'll send you the coordinates to our...
Sure.
Okay, but... No, you sure? I'm leaving whatever is going on.
can access our security system. It's set up so that I can't just let someone who isn't DedSec in. You'll have to do the manual override.
A manual override to the secret entrance? If I get to hack some nodes later, I'm gonna geek out.
Almost makes you miss landlines. It's unacceptable.
Are you supposed to be good at it?
One of Sabine's, are you? I'll see you downstairs later then.
Look at that. Abracadabra! Oi, anyone here? Where are the lights at?
No DedSec registration detected. Identify yourself, or I'll seal the exits, hack your optic, and read you every drunken email you ever wrote until you starve.
No, not that. Sabine sent me.
Sabine's alive? Well, that's one piece of good news. I'm Bagley, DedSec's definitely not stolen, highly advanced AI assistant, and it seems I've been out of commission for a few months. Anyway, why don't you go connect me to the DedSec network so I can become more powerful than you could possibly imagine? I mean, catch up on what I missed. Ah, that's it. I'm reconnected to the network, downloading our database, news archives, and oh no. Terrorist group DedSec responsible for deadly bombings in London. Dalton Wolf dead? I leave you people alone for a second and you immediately cock it all up.
All good question, but if DedSec didn't do the bombings, who did?
There's a gap in my memory after Dalton, well, let's be honest, after I disarmed the bomb at Parliament. I'm missing information about what happened after I was taken offline, but from what I can infer, an unknown hacker group identified only as Zero Day was involved. I believe... framed DedSec for their dirty work. Come to my terminal. Sabine is requesting a video call. Patching in Sabine Brandt now. I suggest you listen very closely to anything she has to say.
There you are. I'm glad you made it. Bagley, God, it's good to hear your demented little voice. Is your memory intact?
Not even slightly. The last record I have is of our HQ being raided. My only lead is a group known as Zero Day. Ring any bells?
No. But the HQ was attacked by some men in black, the same that were at Parliament. Maybe working together. We didn't stand a chance. They just gunned everyone down.
Holy shit. How did you get out?
I managed to escape through the sewers to Camden. A contact smuggled me out of the city, and I've been hiding out in the north since.
Prudent. Your profile is red flagged as a high-priority target in the city's surveillance system. Even a partial recognition here would have you hunted down and shot on sight.
These days, DedSec's about as well loved as a French football team. This shit is so cool, but, well, it's kind of a massive risk.
Listen, if anyone knows anything about risks, it's me. I lost everything and everyone. But it comes down to this. London is in a death spiral. And if DedSec can't pull it out, trust me, no one can. The city needs a resistance. And it starts with you. What do you say?
Who am I kidding? Yeah, let's do it.
Excellent. New user registered. Welcome to DedSec. Now, it would be irresponsible of us to release you naked and mewling into the wild. You'll find equipment around the safe house. That are essential items in your DedSec kit. We have a sophisticated system for hiding your identity from facial recognition tech. It's called a mask. And while we're here, perhaps we can talk about updating your wardrobe. I mean, look at you. Come on.
You've got all these fancy new toys, but it's also important to know the basics. You need to learn how to throw a punch and how to take one. Albion will escalate if you come at them with a gun and shoot you down. We want to avoid collateral damage and use guns only as a last resort.
Have you already met Connie Robinson? She owns the pub and is an old DedSec contact, not to mention a champion amateur boxer. Go to the practice ring and she'll show you how...
Let's start with some basic strikes. Hit me. Don't be shy. Nice one!
want to get in under my block. Find the weak point. Yes! Nice one! Quick on your feet now. You want to create distance. Just like that. Yes! Nice one!
Right. Gear in order? Know enough not to punch yourself in the face or get shot for pulling out a gun too early? Brilliant. I'm working out how we find Zero Day and ruin their day, but I need someone with actual legs to do the legwork. Hope you're ready.
We have some damage control to do if we want to change the perception that we're a bunch of violent thugs. I'll let you be the judge of how best to handle yourself, but remember, you represent DedSec now.
Going on? I can't fucking wait to get...
Okay, cool. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Make no mistake, London is under occupation. Armed mercenaries patrol our streets, allegedly to keep people safe, but really they're keeping the people scared.
Totally right, yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
So, we have to ignite the will to resist in the people of London by showing them that Albion aren't the solution. They're the problem.
For that, we'll need information. I'm pushing 2 sets of coordinates to your optic.
Cheers, Bagley. I've identified 2 opportunities. 1, we're going to disrupt some Albion propaganda. Remind the people it's not Albion's way or the highway. 2, we need intel about Albion operations if we want to throw a spanner in their plans. You game?
Alright, yeah, that doesn't sound scary at all. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Let's get the people of London on board.
Shall I go slower?
No, so you just...
It's gonna swell up now.
Justice never stops.
Chill out.
What's she saying, Bagsy?
Well, she's Miss Popular for one thing. Not only does she have an active arrest warrant, but the Kellys have a bounty on her head.
How does someone even make that many enemies?
Good question. You could dig around and see what turns up. You found the spot.
All clear. What was that? Lock that down so we can have a look.
Target has escaped. Searching.
Check the surroundings. No one's tampering with this. Find them. Drone, search.
You daydream.
Moving on. All clear over here. Moving on. I'm sure they're still in the area. Clear. Area clear. Gonna keep searching.
Let's have a look around.
the CTOS hub there. The Met has her flagged as a suspected vigilante. It seems she takes a rather literal view of crime fighting. She raids Clan Kelly properties and beats the absolute piss out of whoever runs them.
I think I'm in love. Oh, we're gonna recruit her, yeah?
Tracking her optic. Looks like she's off to raid another compound at these coordinates.
All right, let's see what this vigilante can do.
everything you can to help you.
I'm listening.
Get to it. Straight away. Yeah, so tell me, anything else I can do?
Seriously. Watch yourself. Please.
Oh my, that is disgusting.
Assemblies of over 5 humans will be dispatched.
was the craziest shit I ever saw, fam. This lady runs in, yeah, and she just starts beating the fuck out of them proper hench gangsters. Took down like a dozen before they managed to knock her out and drag her inside.
Shit. She needs our help.
She fucking well needs someone's help. Wouldn't want to be her right now, that's for damn sure.
Sounds like she bit off more than she could chew.
Yeah, she seems cool. Let's help her, Sister out. She might even join up.
That turn off.
That's her. Get her out of here.
Would somebody please tell me what the hell is going on?
Get her out.
Quiet day today, innit?
I don't see anyone following you.
They go to the gun and say they've been
My
verbally abused
saviour.
by me.
Who would have thought?
Are you okay?
You don't get to be this old if you're easy to kill.
Look, I get it. The whole I work alone thing, it's super cool, but you can't seriously expect to beat up every single criminal by yourself. Just think about how long that would take.
Tell you the truth, I started doing this because I felt bored. Needed something to shake up my routine. And the looks on those thugs' faces when they see little old me cock-slapping their hides around. Oh, it's marvellous. It's a thrill that keeps me on this earth.
So, do you want to fight? Not me, just in general. For DedSec.
Right. Count me in.
The more badasses, the merrier, right?
Brilliant. I'm not ready to go to pasture yet. Let's get to it.
Sweet.
I don't like Lincoln. As a name, I can't fucking pronounce. Always keeps the curtains drawn. Goes in and out of his flat with that black briefcase. Wears his leather gloves even in July. I'll bump into him. Say hello to him. Just do not. Bloody not. Wonder he's the most... Yes. Copy that. Cheers. Albion's looking for good candidates. Come see me for more information.
End of the day, just think he's a shit. He's shit, and his husband's a shit, and his sister's the biggest shit of all.
Any luck yet? Drone, initiate search.
Eyes open.
Hello and welcome back to The Upload. In this episode, we're talking about CTOS 3.0, the city operating system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, and then San Francisco in 2017 before coming here to London. And every time it's been rolled out, it's been pretty much an unmitigated disaster.
For those of you who are listening who are lucky enough not to be here in London's chaotic scenes, it's worth remembering that the telecoms tower is now owned by Blue. Looms over northwest London. It's always been a communications hub, acting as part of the UK's television and communications network, although there's been some secrecy around its use, and now that Bloom owns it, it's only even more secret.
Yeah, now everything that's part of Bloom's city surveillance operation is run through the telecoms tower. And I have to say, it looks completely ridiculous. It's got that silly crown thing at the top and all the blue light.
What's that even about? What does it do? I don't see that there's any purpose to that at all.
It's a blight on the skyline, if you ask me, and it's become the main point of control for millions of people. The System Network and Bagley are both operated and streamed from there too.
And don't forget about the self-driving cars too.
I always thought they were just running on their own.
No, CTOS is the big control system behind the cars. There was a point back in the earliest days of self-driving car technology that they operated by themselves. They used to use a series of sensors to see the world around them. Radar, for instance, would look far off into the distance, while LiDAR would detect objects nearby.
Albion have established an operational base in the Royal Court of Justice.
Oh, lovely. I suppose we can throw any chance of getting a fair trial in this city right into the bloody sea.
Exactly. But it likely means there's information here about how Albion are targeting dissenters, the who and the why. We need that data if we're going to disrupt their operation.
Area clear. Gonna keep searching. Don't see anything here.
All clear. Moving on.
Oh! Be anywhere right now.
All's well here.
Redirect.
What's next?
Don't see anyone. I'll go over there.
Keep your eyes open.
All good. I'll try somewhere else.
All clear over here. Moving on.
I'm coming for you. Now.
This way.
All right, Bagley, what have we got?
A list of what Albion consider high-value targets that are threats to the peaceful running of London. See here, a journalist, and this one runs a community shelter. Good God, bar your doors.
What in God's name?
All suspected of sowing rebellion or exhibiting tendencies towards... Albion is systematically arresting people even before they rise up. Joke's on them. This list can actually help us find like-minded allies willing to help us. Well done. Now, let's disrupt some of Albion's propaganda and give some hope to the people.